Hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the Dollar Hour, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar himself. We got an awesome show planned tonight. Tonight we'll be discussing how to pay back a loan. We're super excited about tonight's show because what inspired me to do the show tonight was I get so many calls in regards to different ways people want to get their business started. How they want to get their business started, but a lot of people reach out to us in regards to the videos we have of the grants and the free money opportunities. But I always try to let people know that it's a lot easier to try to get funded through a bank or get some kind of financial institution than it is to try to acquire a grant because it's free money, and with free money, everybody trying to get it. So the numbers kind of working against you. And a lot of people have different kind of reasons why they don't want to apply for a loan or try to get any kind of outside funding. So I want to have that show tonight to talk to you about how to get a loan, the proper way and the proper process to go about getting a loan to get yourself funded. But before we get started, I want to again reintroduce myself. I am Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar himself, and this is the Dollar Hour. Tonight we stream live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So I wanted to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, thanks, and I appreciate you guys from tuning in. The YouTube page is the main vehicle. We have over 200 videos on the YouTube channel. We're very near 15,000 subscribers right now. So I want to thank you again for all the love and support you guys are giving us. But the best way to is access all the information we have, especially the list we have, the grants, the different small business funding options. All that is on the YouTube channel. So again, we have the different platforms we're on, but the main vehicle we have all the information we try to steer you to is the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Before we get started, you guys know at the beginning of the show, I like to rehash the previous week. First, we are still in the pandemic, like I've been telling everybody all year long, and well, not all year long. Well, for at least the past 365 days, be safe, do the basic things that you learn in pre-K, wash your hands, cover your mouth when you sneeze and cough, stay out of people's face, and, just, be safe overall, okay? Right now, as of, Monday, May 17th, you guys know I'm an accountant by profession. I've been in business the past 20 years with my company, Majestic Business Services. We just wrapped up our 20th tax season. We had a phenomenal tax season, keep me in my butt. This tax season was extremely rough, even though we did the best we ever did, was because normally in a tax business, and I'm going to have a video in regards, just kind of let you guys know my journey within the tax business. Again, this is my 20th tax season for my own business. Typically, you kind of spend the fall kind of just sharpening your saw, recalibrating yourself in regard to new tax laws, things that's going on. The thing that threw a big monkey wrench in the tax industry, tax preparation industry this year, is that you had a whole new legislation that came out, that second stimulus package that came out in December, right? So you had all these new tax laws and changes came in then. Then you had another set that came in March with American Rescue Plan. So this was one of the times that, for the first time in a long time, we were kind of in a situation where you had to just relearn everything twice in the tax season, and that's never, ever, ever happened before. But it was exciting. Again, with all the love and support, 20 years in the game, we did phenomenal this year. I want to thank my team, thank all you guys who love and support, and I also thank myself for hanging in there and stuff. But again, we had a great tax season, Majestic Business Services. If you're an opportunity where you didn't get your taxes done and you need some kind of assistance, whatever, with your bookkeeping, tax prep, payroll, we're basically a one-stop shop for small businesses. The contact information is in the description section for most of the videos. If you're looking at us on Instagram or TikTok, you can just Google the business, Majestic Business Service, or go to the YouTube channel and look at any one of the videos in the description section. Again, all the videos is all my social media platforms, the booking appointments, the websites for all the businesses and everything. So everything is there. So got easy access to us. Also, again, I'm going to reiterate, we're at 14,400 subscribers as of, I think, this morning. So again, I want to thank everybody for the love and support you guys are giving us. Mr. Short Dollar's been doing phenomenal this year, and we want to stay on course. I think 20,000 subscribers is reachable for the end of the year. So again, guys, keep pushing, keep sharing the channel, and I promise you I will be putting out a lot more content. I had great plans of putting out a lot more videos this month than I did. The issue came up was the business was really taking off, and we're not taking off. We had a great tax season. So, we got, put great information out to you guys, which I love doing, make a little bit more money. I think you guys know where I had to go to. But I promise you, as always, I'm going to deliver great information, great content to you guys, okay? If you are streaming on any one of the platforms, guys, if it's something really pertaining to the show, you got any questions about funding or anything like that, I will answer your question then. But if not, please kind of hold your questions off at the end of the show. I promise you, no matter what platform you are, I will get to you, okay? I promise you that, okay? So if it doesn't pertain to the actual topic we're talking about, how to get a payback a loan, I'll hold everything off to the end of the show. So let me look on all the different platforms. The question we got, our board, I'm having Thursday in a few hours. We will be for the weekend. I got turned off. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, listen, I appreciate you tuning in, Arena Borgman. Thanks for all the support. It's one of my loyal followers with everything. See anybody else tuned in. We got here. Okay. Got my mother telling me happy she's proud of me. Thanks, Mom. You know, I ain't hear that too much when I was growing up, but I appreciate you catching up for everything now. Yolanda Lane. Oh, my pleasure speaking with you and everything. It was my pleasure. So I'm glad got that squared away. And guys, you know, again, tonight we're talking about how to pay back a loan. Okay, this is again the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Also, we'll stream live Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. But again, the YouTube channel is the main platform we'll put the information out. All right, now we'll get started here with everything, how to pay back a loan. Like I started the video off, you know, we get tons of calls all the time, and in regards to people want to get grants, find information to get their businesses started, because a lot of people are drawing naturally. Hey, these are grants. There's a lot of programs out there, and I'm always going to tell people take full advantage of these grants. It's free money out there. I really want you to go, you know, all in and try to get this the money for the grants. But here's the deal with the grants, and I can't reiterate this enough. Grants are free money, and with it being free money, guys, I want you to understand the chances of you getting it are kind of difficult. A lot of people ask the question again, what are the chances of me applying for it? I don't know. It's a any percentage chance of you applying for it. It's 100% chance you won't get it if you don't apply for it. So just look at it like that. You ain't winning to lose by doing this. So just take a chance with that. But I always push for people when you got opportunities to do it, especially where I tell people, you know, take my philosophy in regard to applying for grant or any kind of outside funding, look at the inside out, a strategy that I implement to everyone, and that being look at what's the closest to you, that being your local city, county, state, go from there. You have a lot of private companies that offer grant programs, but your local municipalities have tons of money that they don't advertise or do a very good job of promoting to their citizens or small businesses in regards to the money. And right now we're in a funny place rather, where you have a lot of states, counties, and cities that have got a lot of stimulus and federal funding that they just, in their economic development, their business license office, they got millions of dollars and they don't know what to do with it. And they still not having these meetings or whatever. So be very aggressive. Call your local municipalities and find out, hey, what do you guys have in regards to stimulus funding, any kind of small business funding, be it for startups, current businesses, whatever, and reach out to them and ask them about it, okay? But now when we're going back to getting these loans, like I always say, you got a better chance of getting a loan funding, but people just, for whatever different hesitation, maybe the credit not straight, they're not really familiar with loans, they just have some kind of adverse reaction to paying folks back, and they just want free money, whatever the reason is. But the chances of you be able to get a loan funding are much greater than you have a chance for getting funded for a grant. So with that said, what I wanted to talk about in tonight's show is just had this discussion in regards to different reasons why people have hesitations, give you my strategy and what you need to do as far as, you know, trying to get a loan, okay? But again, I just want you guys to understand, if you have any kind of challenges in regards to your credit, money, anything like that, understand Rome was built in one day, and your business is not going to be easy, okay? You got a lot of videos out here that pointing at different things you can do to make $1 million, start this kind of business up and everything. I've been in the game for a long time, and I've been a serial entrepreneur, and I've had a lot of different businesses that I done bought, sold, lost, just messed up, sometimes I say effed up. And I kind of say, when people make things seem so easy to do, they pretty much ain't doing it. They're probably lying. You know, when you want to be successful in anything, you got to get some scars. You got to be uncomfortable. You got to take some losses. You're going to have to just go through some stuff, okay? Because that's why everybody don't want to do this, because it was just so easy to start your own business and get funding for that. Everybody and mama would do it, okay? But I do want everybody to understand this too. The strategy that I'm giving now is not just applicable to small businesses. The strategy I'm going to give you, it can be just for an individual applying for a loan, okay? I'm just giving, this is my basic, simplistic advice I'll get anybody that's trying to apply for a loan, okay? Again, this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, Short Dollar himself. Tonight we're talking about how to pay back a loan, okay? One of the first things I want to talk about is let's start talking about. We just talking about getting a loan. We look at the loan and what's the monkey in the room all the time. Most time it's credit. When people start thinking about credit, when you're looking at two different kind of loans, personal loan, business loan, right? Let's go through it. The personal loan, typically the financial institution, be it the bank, whoever that's giving out the loan to you, looking at two main factors. That means your credit score and your income. You live one off, you kind of just gonna have some issues. Now, again, what I want everybody to understand, and this is just, a Deonte Burden piece of knowledge I want you guys to understand. Stop trying to be in a mode of I got to fix my credit. I got to get this, that together. Find out remember what you're trying to do. Find out what the people that's going to give you the money want to see. If you're going to get a car, if you're going to get a house, if you're going to get a business loan, you want to get some furniture. All those different people may be looking at whoever's going to fund you, may be looking at different things. Some may be looking at income. Some may be looking at credit. Some may be looking at collateral. Everybody have different things they look at. So regardless, find out what they need to see from you. Don't spend time trying to quote unquote fix your credit, and the people that actually are going to fund you put more weight into your income, or they put more weight into your collateral, put more weight in your experience. If you're not doing that, that's you're just being proactive, being smart, because you don't spend all this money to get this quote unquote 700 score. Now you got a 700 score, you still can't get funded because you don't make enough money, right? Industry kind of shaky, and it happens all the time. So just be proactive to find out whatever you're looking to purchase or acquire. Make sure you be proactive to find out what they need to see. I don't want a loan. I want the grant to start my business. Like I said, Wonder Woman 78. We'll talk. I go through the question, but as far as with the actual loan right now, I go through different strategies and everything once we get through the show. I answer any question we have. But tonight, like I said again, I want to tell you guys about getting a loan, because again, it's being realistic. It's a lot of you out there. I know we feel we're special. I know we feel you unique, but we start talking about getting free money. Everybody and their mama trying to get free money. So the chances of you getting that grant be kind of difficult. But again, usually if you got your stuff together, you can go anywhere, get a loan. Okay. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to really realistically have your business or whatever, once that business is up and running, you're going to have challenges. You're going to have COVID-19. You're going to have vendors go in and out of business. You're going to have suppliers kind of have problems or whatever. We see what's going on with the chip shortage and everything. You got to be responsive. You got to be able to pivot. And you ain't going to be able to get a dang grant when you're in the middle of something. You got, and your vendor or supplier ups up on their prices. Or if your insurance company wants you to change, add a whole new addendum where they got to increase the prices of rates, you're going to need a cash infusion. You get that opportunity to grow, you're going to need some money coming in, and you're not going to be able to ask for a grant right there. We're talking about really being in business. I ain't talking about hustling like we talked about the other week, where you're just doing a couple things to make some money. We're talking about really in business. You sustaining yourself, and you got this machine going where you're working, and it's taking care of you, and maybe possibly taking care of other people as well. Okay, you're going to need funding. Okay, that kind of stuff with the grants and stuff like or the free money is fantastic. Even if you're in a position where you don't have to have any kind of funding, you're able to sustain yourself on your own, fantastic. But far too often, chances are, if you're actually in a real business, when I'm talking about real business, we're talking about you're actually, quote unquote, you're out here working, the business is functioning, you're providing wages, you're providing opportunities. I don't like putting a dollar amount on, how much money you need to be making to be, quote unquote, really a real business. But I'm talking about just functioning, not being a hustle. This is sustaining you and possibly sustaining other people. Okay, not anything you're doing on the side or in addition to what you may have going on. Okay, you're probably going to need some kind of funding. But again, we're starting back off, get back to the point of the personal loan. They're looking at two things there, being income and credit. When we go to the business loan, they're looking at 5 factors. They're looking at the actual the credit score, the income you got, the collateral you got, the experience you got, and the industry you got. Again, let's go through it again. Credit score, income, collateral, experience, and industry. Typically, if two of those 5 are off, you probably get denied for the loan. So that's what you're doing. Typically, when a bank or financial institution is looking to fund you for business. Okay, that's why I say it's so critical to find out whoever's going to fund you, what are they going to put the weight on? Because some may just say, okay, look, most want typical minimum 700 credit score. They may waive that if you got enough collateral. You may say, okay, I got this house put up, car put up, whatever. But again, those kind of things. And I'm speaking from a point of you're looking at somebody that's acquired several over six-figure SBA loans, and I'm not talking any kind of idle or disaster. This stuff I've done over the past 10 years, 20 years with several different businesses. We're dealing with the SBA personal. So it's not like I'm not speaking in terms of just got recent PPP loans or anything like that. This is straight from dealing with the SBA or other financial institutions with acquiring loans, lines of credit. Been in accounting and in the financial service industry over 20 years, 25 years. Been in business for myself 20 years. I'm not just really something that I Googled up or something I heard about. I went to a class or a seminar. It's what I know about and what I've done personally. Okay, everything's credible. I'm credible and verifiable. So with that said, we look at two things that they're looking at in regards to getting a loan on your personal side and on the business side. Now we'll go back to this. What I want to go through is go through my whole process. I want you guys to go through. We start talking about how to pay back a loan. Okay, this is very, very critical. We're doing this. Okay, and I want you guys to understand this because too many people were funded in the past year with the damn PPP and idle loans, and they don't know what the hell that money at right now. And some people try to scrap it. A lot of these people are really bloodthirsty on everybody. I can get you approved for a PPP loan, and then this is the process to get forgiven. And you done turn around and got you this big debt with the IRS because you done amended your return. Then you go and apply for this damn loan, and the loan amount that you got after you done paid these jokers to get you the loan and then forget the loan, hell, you ain't really made too much money because you got this big debt for the IRS still sitting back there. And I'm just sitting here telling you it's not damn worth it. But a lot of times when people dangle a carrot over your head, you're not familiar how processes go or how things work. When you got money in your face, it's just like it's hard to deny it. So that's why I want to go through this whole steps of how to pay back a loan. When you acquire these funds, acquire this money, what's the proper way to get everything taken care of? Okay. Again, it's the dollar. I am Deonte Burden. I'm about to forget the name of the show. I'm about to say change your life, but this is what name is show? This is Mr. Short Dollar. I got two YouTube channels. I'm about to name my other channel, but this is Mr. Short Dollar, and I will talk about how to pay back a loan. What I want to go back, the first step is no one have any idea. Have any idea with the loan. Okay, what do you want to do with this loan? Do you want to get new equipment? Do you want to start your business up? Do you want to, hire 4 or 5 more people? Do you want to do a new project? What do you want to do with this money, right? How will it benefit you? How will it benefit whoever giving you the money, benefit them? Because again, we got 2 angles of it. Remember, you're trying to get the money, and also you got to pay somebody back, right? Because I always remember in terms of always have that thought process in mind. You receiving, they getting something back in return for giving it to you. Okay, it's not always going to be a win-win for you. Everybody got to be winning. Old head told when I first got in business over 20 years ago, when you do a deal with a person, whoever it be, that business person, be man or woman, whatever, you want to have some idea or plan for everybody when they leave the table, they feel good about themselves. Okay, you don't want to just leave the table when you done made a deal. And again, we talking about really doing business. We ain't talking about finessing or hustling. We talking about really doing business. When you do a deal with a person, be it they give you funding, they you done made some kind of acquisition or merger, whatever it is, you want to have a thought process of leaving that table with everybody kind of feeling good about themselves. The reason why you do that is because you can always do what? Go back and do business again with this person. Okay, business is all about what? Relationships, being able to start relationships, sustain relationships, and create new relationships that can help you further on down the road. Okay, first step again is just having an idea. What do I need it for? How will it benefit me? And honestly, do I have some kind of gumption I can pay it back? Okay, you ain't got to necessarily think about how you're gonna pay it back right at that particular point, but just say, okay, is it feasible? Could I borrow $1 million? Yeah, I can borrow $1 million, but I even have any idea what I can do to pay it back or anything. That's one thing. You have a different kind of funding programs for scientists, for Black people, for women, for veterans, for people just out of drug addiction, people just getting out of prison. Do I fall in place for that? Those are the kind of things you got. And they have loan programs just for that. And so you just got to we got the ideas going, okay, what do I need this for? Okay. The second step, what we're looking at is now we're looking at this is very, very, very important, right? Because far too often people just throw out the arbitrary numbers in business. When people Certain times want to sell a certain product, or they want to buy certain things. They just throw out arbitrary numbers. They don't look at the market. They don't look at the cost it costs to build it or whatever. Just throw out arbitrary numbers. You know, something that make me cringe all the time when I see people trying to sell new products and services, they'll just throw a price out, and that price is usually, well, I'm going to go in cheaper than everybody else. And I always tell you guys, you start off as a damn cheap man, you're always going to be seen as a cheap man, because again, people's expectations do not drop with your prices. And if you start off being the cheapest person, I don't care how much more experience you get, or how big of a following, people came to you because you were the cheapest. And don't think because you've been in the game so much longer and you got a name yourself and gain popularity, people will find value in paying you more money. They won't. They can't you for you being the cheapest. They want you to stay the cheapest. So be very smart about that. But the second part, again, being the cost. What's the dollar amount you need? Okay, we start looking at the cost. We looking at the dollars. What this project gonna be able to get? When I want to get 2 more people, I'm paying $30,000 a year. So I'm looking at $60,000. I want to get this new equipment that can do different things for me. It's going to cost $100,000. I'm thinking, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this acquisition, hire these people, looking at the cost of doing it. Now we're looking at also the second part, and this is very important. We learned in grad school, we always talk about time being a new currency. Time is more important than money. Why? Because we can't get time back. Once time is gone, it's gone forever. So we want to make sure we're always being as effective and as efficient as possible. So we start looking at the time side of it. Again, yeah, we're talking about getting a loan, but we want to understand that how big a commitment am I going to make time-wise? We're looking at time-wise. We're also looking at the terms of the loan. It's going to be a 2 or 3 month commitment, 1 year commitment, 5 year, 20 year, 30 year commitment. How long do I want to be tied in to paying these folks back this loan, right? All this stuff got to come into play, right? Third thing we're looking at, we start talking about cost, is the opportunity cost to acquire as opposed to not acquiring. And what I mean by opportunity cost, what I'm saying is that anytime that you choose to do something, it's something else that you're not doing, right? Or one time you choose something, we got a benefit for it, and then we look at the benefit, the cost, is it worth it? Case in point, what I just gave, the example I gave out earlier, we're talking about cost. You got a lot of people trying to get these PPP loans, right? And they're saying, I can fill this stuff out and I get a PPP loan for $30,000. Cool. But I got to go back and amend my tax return. And I got to show that I made X amount of dollars for them to approve me for this loan. I get my return amended. It's showing I made some self-employment income, whoever did it. Now I got a $50,000 tax liability, right? Now I can pay the IRS when I pay them. I ain't worried about that. I know right now this lender is going to give me $30,000. So I need to go and get this money. Let's say 20 or 30, whatever. They're going to give me this money. I need this money now. So I think, so I believe, so I feel, whatever. I get that PPP loan. Pay these folks a certain amount of money to process it. Then they got me on the hook for another cost to give it forgiven, right? Hopefully I give it forgiven, right? I get it forgiven. That happened. Let's be positive. I still got this tax liability that I have created to do it. And that tax liability now, the IRS, $15,000. So the $30,000 that you thought you got, minus, let's say, easy math, $5,000 in fees in regards to paying the people that did it. So I got $25,000, right? But I got a $15,000 tax liability. So in essence, I got 25 minus 15. I just did all that to give somebody to have just for $10,000. Was it worth it? No. But that's when we start talking about the cost benefit analysis. What's the cost in order to get this particular benefit? So I think, so those are the kind of things we got to kind of look at, being how much money you want, the dollar amount, and being realistic about it. And also, understanding that, how much longer it's going to be, and also the opportunity cost. One key thing is, guys, I want to just give you guys this particular nugget in regards to, I want to make sure I'm getting ahead of myself. I get to that at a later point. But again, that's the cost perspective of that. Again, it's the Dollar Hour. I'm Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar himself. Please go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Subscribe to the YouTube channel where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and real estate investing. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Feel free to leave comments and everything. Like I said, if it's anything outside of what we're talking about tonight, You can put it in there. We'll go back at the end of the show and look it over. Also, I put a link to the dollar store. I got my dollar the merchandise we have in regards to uh, uh, Mr. Short Dollar merchandise. Feel free to check it out if you want to purchase it. Great. If you want to just share it with your friend, it's an awesome Father's Day gift. Got Father's Day coming up. Ain't nothing better than get your man or your daddy a Mr. Short Dollar shirt. I can't think of no greater gift. He wear it to work, wear it around his buddies and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a Mr. Short Dollar fan. I would really appreciate it. Great Father's Day gift. Just remember that, ladies. Get kids, anybody, great gift to have. Now we go back to the third thing. Again, we're talking about how to pay back a loan. We just went over the idea, how to cover the idea aspect of it, how to cover the cost aspect of it. This is the third part, planning. We got how much money we need. We got the idea of that. Now we start looking at the actual setting up the structure. Again, this is so important. We talking about paying back loans because people just arbitrarily try to get money, but they have no strategy in regards to trying to acquire money. And that's why so many people get turned down for loans, because they want to borrow money. They know they need money, but they don't know how much they need and they have no clue whatsoever how to get it. Right. So that's why we're going through this, how to pay back a loan. The planning aspect covers this part in regards to just knowing the terms that you can cover. You need to know if you can do it. Pay it back in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. You need to be kind of already knowing that, look, I got this money, but I can't stretch this out any longer than that. You want to make sure that it's realistic too. You know how much money you got coming in on a regular basis. You know how much money you got coming out. So if you need a little time to do it, just do that, okay? Make sure you be realistic. Just thinking about that. Is this loan feasible? Is it even realistic for you to get this money? You're looking to get this loan to hire more people, to do more things. In your mind, you're sitting there saying, if I got 2 or 3 more people, I can only do it. My uncle Charles always told me, boy, you got 2 arms, 2 legs. When I first started out in business, like a lot of people that's immature with business, ain't nothing bad. You try to make all the money. You trying to do all the typing. You trying to do all the social media, the advertising, the fixing, the selling, the talking, everything. You trying to keep all the money, and you killing yourself. Well, Mark had to put him to the side. He's an entrepreneur, and they told him, boy, you got 2 arms, 2 legs. And you ain't gonna really make the money you want to make until you got people out there working for you. When you got people working for you, that's when you're gonna make real money, because again, they're out there doing things for you. You see, when you have those legs and arms out there doing certain things, now you can scale up to get more things done, and they're gonna be more effective and be more efficient than you can ever be doing everything by yourself. Okay, so that was one of the things, just to understand it. Like, is it feasible for me to hire these 2 people? If I get this piece of equipment, is this piece of equipment gonna be able to generate the money? Or you just look at yourself like, look, man, I'm not even getting any interest whatsoever, so it makes no sense for me to try to bring more people in or get more equipment, because for what we're doing right now, we're not getting any kind of traction. All this whole thought process has come to play. A good example of this is, typically, when people get the go to get a new car, right? You're kind of iffy in regards to if you can get approved for the car. And what does the dealer do? The dealer gets you in the car. You just say your significant other and everybody in the car. Y'all do the test drive, and you feeling good. You know how it is, and you're like, okay, this is a little bit out of my price range, or it's a lot out of my price range. But you're driving, man, I can do a little overtime. I can get a part-time job. All this stuff come to play, because now it's become realistic. You might be actually be able to get this car, but damn well you can't afford this car, and you're doing it and stuff, and you're just like, your common sense is telling you, no, we can't afford this damn car, and you're making plans outside of your normal control. Overtime, part-time job, borrowing money. Hopefully you can do something to kind of get the extra money to get it, because they're telling you they make it happen for you to do it, but you know better. So that's why you got to sit there and start going through them processes like that. They do a lot at dealerships. You go to the furniture stores and stuff. When they start making it where it's possible for you to do it, whole different thought process come on. You got to be disciplined enough and smart enough to understand this is probably not the best thing for me, right? So those kind of things got to go through your head. We start talking about the planning aspect of doing it. Then, guys, you done the planning. You sit there and kind of did your little etch and sketch on the different terms of what you can afford and how you can go about it and everything. Now, this is the part It gets a little real funny with everybody. You gotta go ask for the money. Okay. Far too often, people go into uh, a situation to get funds, and they don't think about what I just spoke about earlier on. How is it benefiting the lender? Right? You gotta understand banks and financial institutions make money off two things: interest payments, the interest portion of the payment, and fees or fines, however it is. That's how they make their revenue, right? You deposit money in the bank account, they're not making money, they're paying you interest, right? To hold your money. Only thing benefiting them, they actually get an opportunity to loan out more money. But for the most part, the bank is going to make money on the interest that they receive on the money they lent out or the fees or fines. So you got to sit here and have that angle or have that whole thought process. How am I benefiting the bank? Okay. Again, that nugget I gave you guys earlier. Make sure that whatever you're trying to do or trying to acquire, you have already been a little proactive to find out what they put weight in, what they put weight on. Is it income, credit, collateral, whatever? You've already done that, all right? So now we start the asking phase is we're reaching out to a few banks. We're reaching out to a few institutions to just like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Remember, we're gonna stay proactive, to find out what they want and everything to try to see, okay, do we fit that criteria? And our whole, we did that in the planning stages where we was already making sure that whatever they needed from us, we had that information, had those things in place for them. And just going through that whole thought process, right? Knowing what product we need. If we need a term loan, we need a line of credit, we need any kind of collateralized loan, whatever different product we need. We knew what we were trying to get. We thought about how we're going to pay it back. We thought about the time that we were going to spend to pay these folks back. Now we're just sitting there just relaying to them. Key thing I want you guys all to understand. Listen, ask for more money than what you need. If you need $50,000, ask for $75,000, $85,000. If you need $75,000, $85,000, ask for $90,000 or $100,000 because they're always going to come back lower than what you want. Remember that. Okay? They're going to come back lower than what you want. Always remember that. Do not go in there asking for what you need. Ask for more. They're going to come back lower, right? Shoot up a start, boom, we're going to find someone in the middle. So if you need 50 grand, apply for 75. They'll come back with 50. Trust me on that, okay? You're going to need 50, ask for 50. You will get disappointed, all right? And we're not trying to get disappointed. We're trying to get funded, right? So that's what I want you guys to keep in mind with that. So we done did it, asked them and everything, and we're good to go, right? Then we get the phone call. And the phone call said, guess what, Mr. Burden? You and Mr. Short Dollar just got funded for a $100,000 loan. Yeah, okay? We're going to be able to put our plan in action. We're going to be able to implement our strategy and make things happen. Super excited. Everybody high-fiving and everything. This is where the rubber meets the road, and this is where so many people get messed up. Always remember, guys, what got you to the point that you was able to get that loan, stay on that same course. The benefit of me working in the financial services industry for over 20 years is being an accountant. I'm around millions of dollars every day with paperwork, so I'm kind of numb to it, right? So I see this money, deposit this money into the bank, move this money and everything, $25 million, $100 million, moving this kind of stuff. It's just paperwork, it's buttons and stuff. So typically, you don't see too many people that actually work in the financial services industry that versed in. I ain't talking about a new teller or something like you see like Enron frauds and stuff like that. But most of the time, people that work dealing with money all the time, they don't really get caught up too much in it because they used to doing it. It's just paperwork. They're just trying to find that nickel or penny off or whatever and just try to solve that particular problem. Usually you'll see things happen with people that have been thrust into dealing with money newly. Not necessarily they haven't had money before, but now you're sitting there like, man, this person got $1 million. Now they got $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, and they haven't been accustomed to having that around. So that's what a lot of times happens. That's what happened a lot with people getting these new funding programs with the disaster programs, getting those PPP loans, disaster loans, and you have your idea. I'm going to start my business up. I'm going to do this, that, and that. But once you get that money in your hand, woo, and people don't understand. You get $100,000, 2 or 3 purchases can throw that off quickly, very quickly. So you have to be very, very careful that you stay on course and be disciplined with that. And we've seen a lot People bought vehicles, people bought clothes, people bought jewelry, and 6, 8 months into it, the money gone. And sometimes they had to liquidate some of those assets they got with those loans, and it's sad. And you got a lot of people responding, hey, well, people know. People don't know. People don't damn know. Because how can I tell you how to make $1 million if I ain't made $1 million? How can I tell you to do certain things if I haven't done it? If you have never really been in a position to make a certain amount of money or lose a certain amount of money, you don't usually get the wisdom of doing it. You got people that are teaching these institutions, these colleges and universities for years, and theoretically can explain business to you. You know, how things work, how things go. I mean, I'm knowing this because I got associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and several of each. And you know, I'm very versed with numbers and all this other kind of stuff. And some of my best professors were the ones that actually had the college and actual real world experience. But most of your PhDs and stuff, they academic nuts. They're very brilliant people, but they don't necessarily know they know the theory of business, but they don't necessarily know the experience of business. And it's a whole different dynamic when you're in business and you losing everything and you trying to figure out, should I keep this business? Should I pay my mortgage? You know, I got these people out here. I'm trying to rob Peter to pay Paul to make payroll because I know these people got to pay for their kids, you know, food or daycare and stuff. And, you know, you're trying to stretch out money until, you know, you got a check coming, borrow to get your info. Those kind of things you don't learn in school. You don't learn that in school. You learn 1 + 1 is 2. You don't learn that 1 plus another 1 is going to come 3 months later. Those kind of things happen all the time. And typically, if you haven't been, if you're already proficient with the theory and the practice part, it throws things off if you're not familiar with both. So again, I want you guys to understand the use of how you get it. You got to stick with that plan. That's why we did those things in the front end, because we sat there and said, we're going to get this equipment. We're going to hire these people. We're going to do these particular things. Once I got the money, I got to stick to the plan. I got to stick to the plan. I got my guidelines. I got my rules and can't sway on it. Right? It's kind of like that whole thing of, you know, you're not even really acknowledging anything else, you know, outside of that. You got the money. People are like, yeah, man, we got the money. We can do this, that, and that. No, I got to get this equipment. I got to hire these people. This is what I got the money for. And just stay on top of that. You have to do that. You got to do that. You got to be disciplined. All right. No one will beg or chase you around. Okay. That's one of the key things people got to understand when you're in business is that you're the start, the middle, and the end of everything with your business. You got to be, for you to be a successful business person, you got to be pretty disciplined. A lot of people make money. Again, we start talking about businesses. People get it started in regards to one hit or miss. You know, people make money and boom, I'm doing great. But when it start going up and it start going down, people don't know how to handle that. But when you're doing this and doing that over a certain period of time, we're talking about sustainability. You don't went out there and got you some scars. You don't went out there and got you some experiences. You went out there and got you some knowledge. Now, how you acquire that knowledge, be it through success, failures, or whatever, this, that, and all is going to teach you on how to, you know, stay in the game, how to be around. Like I said, this is my 20th tax season. I would say 10 and 10. 10 been all right, 10 been good, and probably the last 10 been okay. Them first 10, I really didn't know what I was doing. I was hustling, making money, because I had a decent job in addition to that. But then when I went full-time self-employed, the first year, had to find myself, had to find how to do it and everything. Second year, everything kind of sustained. And from that point, it's been all right. But just getting to that third year, I had to go through some stuff. And when you do that, those kind of things you got to kind of, you know, experience. I would never experience that until I went out there and did it. And that's what teaches you. So you have to be very disciplined, you know. I'm former military. I always preach, you know, very big advocate of the military and the professionalism and discipline strategies that I learned in the military. And I always push that on people. You got to, when you're in business for yourself, you got to be disciplined, okay? Guys, most importantly, guys, we start talking about, you know, getting these loans. at the end of the day, pay it back, pay back loan, and enjoy the benefits of the relationships that you got from it. People, I don't even too often people want to get along because they don't want to pay nobody back. You want somebody to give you some. Let's be realistic. Let's turn the whole table around. We start talking about I want to get a grant. I want to get this, that, and that, and everything. It's cool. Like, again, Deonte Burden is going to push out any opportunity for free money out there. I'm going to push out opportunity. I got some great videos coming down the pipe in regards to some of these different companies. They can fund you for loans and stuff for startups and everything with that. But I got a ton of 150 grants, over 150 grants. Listen on Mr. Short Dollar on the YouTube channel. So go to the YouTube channel, hit the grants playlist, over 150 grants. So if anybody wants you to get an opportunity to get money, I'm the man to do that. But guys, I want you guys to understand, at the end of the day, you got to be realistic about things. Turn the table around. I don't know you, right? You're the person with the money. You don't know me. You're like, I don't know who the little short bald head man is, whatever. He come to me, want to borrow some money or get some money for free. Why the hell would you do it? People got to understand that, listen, that's not how this world works. You're going to have to make some sacrifice. Again, like I said, your money, your time, your ability, your things you do with your family, things you're going to do for yourself. Something ain't going to have to give in order for you to be successful. That's if you're in business. That's if you're doing it with your job, with your whatever kind of career thing you're trying to do. You got to make some. There's a direct correlation with being successful and sacrificing. Okay, it is. It is. Now again, success is a great word. What everybody terms of being successful may be different. Some people may put a monetary number on that. Some may put some kind of tangible thing on it. But let's just kind of just for ease explanation purposes, you're doing okay. All right, because I don't want to get into you made this, you acquired that, and all that. No, I think we kind of all on the same little page with that. Success, and if success is you is just being okay, have your family smile and everything, do that, that's fine. But when we start going next level, trying to make certain acquisitions, make certain income, sustainable income. I ain't talking about you done made, 100 grand one year, you went from 20 to 100 grand, and now you made it. Now you're back at 20 next year. I ain't talking about that. We're talking about sustainable, doing this stuff over 3, 5, 10 year period, right? When you're able to do those kind of things, you done made some kind of sacrifice to get to that point. You might not still be doing it at that point, right? But you're gonna have to go through some stuff a lot of times to get yourself to that. And we have to be realistic about why should a person do for you and they don't know you? Why should a person just give you all this money and they have no kind of tangible ties, no relationship, whatever to you? And I think if you look at it from that angle, you'll fix your approach to be to explain why they should. You should give me 3 apples because I'm going to give you 4.5 apples back once I've taken care of what I take care of. Now the person might be more inclined. And also, I can give it back to you in a year and a half. Those kind of things that make people move, as opposed to give me some money, and I feel like you should give me some money because I asked for the money. And even though I don't know anything about what I'm trying to get the money for, but I just have this dream about, hell no, it ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, okay? I'm always pushing everybody applying for these damn government loans because I don't know if another time in your life you'll be able to get access to funds the way that the way people are getting right now. I want you to take full advantage of it legally, please, legally. I got enough videos out there about PPP and idle fraud, things you should do, things you should not do, the proper way to do it, the right way to do it, different forms you need. I got enough videos on there to teach you the proper and right way to do it. I ain't on no BS about, scheme the government and get this. I'm not trying to do that, okay? And I'm never going to do that, okay? Integrity is very, very high on me. But I'm just letting you guys know, like, listen. If you really want to be in the game and create a business for yourself, create generational wealth, sustainability, you got to go through some stuff. You're going to have to do some uncomfortable things. If you do the same thing you normally be doing, you're going to get the same results. So we all know we're going to have to make some kind of changes here and there. Until you're willing to actually make those particular changes, you probably gonna get the results from that. Okay. So again, we talked tonight about how to pay back a loan. I hope you guys, listen to what I am gonna do. I'm gonna put like the different points in regards to what you need to do in the description section of the YouTube video. So again, go to Mr. Short Dollar on the YouTube, look at the video, how to pay back a loan. You know, have the information there, the key points in regards to how to pay back a loan. But take advantage of it, guys. Don't be opposed to acquiring a loan because you just feel like you shouldn't have to pay nobody, want to pay anybody back. If you truly want to go next level, you truly want to do certain things like that, just learn how to do it. Okay. Don't just say, oh, I just, you're going to get the free stuff, the results of the free stuff. That's just how that goes. Okay. It's just like when we look up information on YouTube, and I love you guys looking at my videos. I want you guys to trust me, follow me, take my information to heart. But the information you get from me is free. You're going to get more in-depth information when you're part of a mastermind group, if you're part of a course, if you're part of a personal counseling session, you're going to get more information. And that's with everybody. They have some kind of knowledge to help you go next level. Okay. That's just how that is. Okay. Free stuff going to get free results. And as you start paying, that's what happens, right? You're Googling up laws or whatever online. You feel like you know the law because you read this, that, and that. But it's not the same thing as having an attorney. Same thing with a doctor, right? You see natural the way to do it, but WebMD is still WebMD. It's not a licensed practitioner of medicine. So those kind of things I want everybody to kind of take in heed when we're looking at trying to acquire these loans, pay them back, and also most importantly, take yourself next level from personal and a business entrepreneur standpoint, okay? Again, I'm Deonte Burden, Mr. Short Dollar himself. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. We talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship. Like I said, again, tonight we stream live on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and main thing, YouTube. So again, I appreciate you guys tuning in. What I want to do now, I want to go through everything to make sure I answer everybody's questions. Again, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Again, remember in the description section, all the videos, I got the different points of contact. May not be on Instagram, may not be on TikTok, but I'm about you. Well, I know you can just go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, and find the contact information from there. So let me see any questions people may have. Wonder Woman 78. I know someone who made up a business to get a PPP loan. Yes, I know several of them too. It's not smart to do. I don't like to call them by dumb, but it's not the wisest thing to do. When they may start enforcing or bringing people to kind of validate or audit those loans and stuff like that, I don't know if they're going to do it. They said they're going to do it. When they're going to do it, I don't know. But guys, just do it the right way. Just do it the right way. The right way is the slow way, but it's the way you can go sleep at night. Okay? So just keep that in mind. And I love my sleep. Okay? And I hope you guys do too. So I'm always going to tell you the right way to do it. I ain't going to tell you no scheme way. I ain't going to tell you no quick. I'm just going to tell you the right way to do it. Okay? That's how I've been able to sustain myself and keep myself in the game. And I want you guys to be able to do the same thing. If you want it a quick, fast way, that's not where you need to get it on Mr. Short Dollar. You're going to get the right way. You're going to get the right way. The right way may be quick, but it's still going to be the right way, okay? But I don't see anything else. Guys, again, make sure you go to Mr. Short Dollar. We got some more great videos going to be coming out in the next couple of days. First, I want to thank everybody for their phenomenal tax season Mr. Short Dollar. I'm not Mr. Short Dollar. Majestic Business Service had this past tax season. A lot of people came from the YouTube channel hitting us up because we do have virtual remote service. We got people around the country working for us and stuff. So it was awesome to get the support from you guys that tune into the channel, that need the tax preparation, need bookkeeping, consulting, and everything. Awesome. I appreciate that. Again, I want you guys to stay safe out there. Practice social distancing, do all the key things to do to stay safe. We're still out in the pandemic. It has not stopped yet. So be very careful with that. Feel free to reach out, guys. Feel free to reach out. You know, like I said, I got the links if you need. We get free 10-minute sessions. If you have a 10-minute question, don't call me with an hour question for a free 10-minute session. But all those things there, if you want to book the 30-minute appointment, you want to book an hour-long appointment, all those points are there. Guys, you know, again, you don't stay, and I'm going to just say this, just be, we'll have people take it. You don't be in the game for 20 years not knowing what you're doing. You don't be in the game for 20 years doing things wrong to people, right? I think you can Google me. And if you want to find, you know, you look at my business, you can see the reviews my business got and stuff like that. I ain't perfect, but I stand behind my word. I stand behind everything I do. Okay. We mess up, we'll fix it. Okay. So I ain't been saying something like that ain't been done, but I think you can kind of look me up to know, okay, the man stand behind his word. And if it's something that I don't know, believe me, I'm going to find out what it is. So again, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support. I think I got everybody's information, answered everybody's questions, but I just want to say again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you enough. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Love you guys. Appreciate all the love and support. And see you guys next. Well, you know, just I'll be back on Changing Lives next week. So I want you guys to tune in to my other channel, Change Your Lives, where we talk about motivation, professional development, family parenting, a lot of great shows we got upcoming with that too. But definitely be on the lookout for more videos with grants, more videos with personal and business credit coming on down the pike, different opportunities, different financial institutions with Mr. Short Dollar. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, tell your family and friends about it. Love you guys. Take care and be safe.